Hi, I'm Nikki Devitt. Welcome to the Thriving Petoskey Community Video Series. Thriving Petoskey is a concept that we have embraced since 2017. Sometimes it's a little hard to explain, or sometimes it's harder to put it into the context of our small businesses in our area. So we want to give you an opportunity to meet local businesses and hear about what they're doing on a great level that can be replicated in your business. We have a wonderful sponsor, and that is Harbor Bren Insurance Agencies, and we're going to give them a moment to say hello, and then we'll be back with our series of video interviews about all the things Thriving Petoskey. Hi, I'm Nikki Devitt, President of the Petoskey Regional Chamber of Commerce, and this is another Thriving Petoskey Community Series. I'm joined now by Gina who is the Marketing Manager of Northwest Michigan Habitat for Humanity. Thank you for joining us, Gina.
Thanks, Nikki. I'm excited.
So, Northwest Michigan Habitat for Humanity, this is a little bit different because we're talking environment. So, what actions has Habitat taken towards sustainability and protecting our environment?
That's an aspect of our work that I think a lot of people are unfamiliar with. One of the first things that we do in our environmental practices is to carefully select the sites that we build on. The majority of our projects are infill developments, meaning that we're building on vacant property that already exists within an urban area. So that helps to reduce sprawl. We also don't always have to build a home from start to finish. We receive donated houses sometimes that we can just renovate and bring up to our energy efficiency standards. So that's a very effective way to get a home built, and it has a very high return of investment when it comes to housing. We also implement whatever measures we can to reduce our carbon footprint when we are doing a build. So you may be familiar with the HERS index. That's basically a rating system for measuring the energy efficiency of someone's home. And the lower your HERS score, the more energy efficient your home is. So a standard code compliant home needs to come in at a rating of 100. That's sort of the cheap and easy way to do construction. In Michigan, the average is much better. It's typically around a 55. A Habitat home, our average has been a score of 45, sometimes even a little lower. So we are building homes that are 55% more energy efficient than a standard code compliant home.
That's fantastic. So how do you feel that your efforts differ, though, here at the Northwest Michigan Habitat for Humanity from the standards set by Habitat International?
Yeah, so we are an affiliate of Habitat International, meaning that we run autonomously under a basic framework of requirements. So while there are many, many habitats across the world operating under the Habitat umbrella, each organization is really its own unique thing. And that's very beneficial because it allows us to customize our programs and our services to meet the specific needs that we see here in Emmett and Charlevoix counties. When you consider there are over 40 Habitat affiliates in Michigan alone, and habitats that run from Grand Rapids and Detroit operate in an entirely different environment and economy than what we see here in northern Michigan. So having that ability to be flexible in our programs really is beneficial for our community and for our organization. And we also don't receive any funding from Habitat International. I think that's a fairly common misconception. Typically, more than 85% of our funding is raised right here in the community. So we really depend on local support to get these homes built.
That is fantastic. Now, I love this question because why is protecting the environment important for your operations, even though it's not part of your mission?
Yeah, it's important to be a good steward of your environment, regardless of your role in the community. And when you work in housing, every day our mission is to build safe and affordable housing, that in essence is creating a healthy environment for people. And whether that environment is inside of your home or outside of your home, the impact it has on your well-being is really equally important. So we put together whatever materials and systems we can when we build a home to make them safe and make them last.
So what benefits can you see from being environmentally conscious like this?
The benefits are really passed along to our homeowners, I think. While building a more energy efficient home might cost more on the front end, it lowers the cost of home ownership in the long term. And when you consider how many people in our area are struggling with the cost of housing, that's something that we take very seriously in our work. So it's one thing to help somebody get mortgage ready, to help them qualify, to help them purchase that home, but by maintaining these very low utility bills, it helps them to be successful homeowners in the long term and is a more environmentally conscious way to construct housing.
So what changes can other organizations in our area, in our region, make to become more environmentally conscious, just like Habitat?
I think that Habitat is a really good model for how a collective effort can have a big impact. And I think that that is a good way to look at environmental practices as well. When we build a home, when we get to the end of it, there is a list a mile long of people who have come out to support that build and make it possible. From the big financial donors to construction companies donating materials to a volunteer who comes out and helps us get the bedrooms painted. Everybody has played a part in bringing that home to life. And I think of recycling and environmental policies in the same way. If we all take a look at our lifestyle and our actions, regardless of if you're a renter or a homeowner or an employee or a business owner, look at your lifestyle, look at your policies, and if there is a change you can make it. And when you make that change, take pride in that action and take pride in your environment and know that even if it's something small, you've done it on behalf of our whole community. And believe me when I say that a collective effort can really build into something great.
Gina, this is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us from Northwest Michigan Habitat for Humanity's perspective on environment. Wonderful. Thanks.